round start, UMISHO really likes to be defensive. Round start, a walk back to avoid the 5k. And really good to do dash under 5p, 6s anti-air, and gets really good combo. You can take two different routes before wall breaking. You can either go for curse or you can go for focus. And since there was already so much concentration, might as well just take the curse so that you make your round start or post wall break easier. Yeah, you can see how much easier the post wall break situation is. Just avoid the really large post wall break options that Anji has with a backdash and force them to block with a fast shot. Yeah, and then after forcing to block, doing the fast shot like that, you're not really that plus, which is good recognition by Dead Ranger to just back off. But with 2s into gunshot is still something to deal with, especially when you're cursed. And then tries to pick up with focus super, right? Because that's gonna, doing that gunshot is gonna pick you off the ground a decent amount. So you could probably do another shot, but decides to just run up for Samoki. And since UMISHO is still in positive bonus when this happens, when this wall break happens, it will not reset the timer. So positive bonus is probably going to end pretty quickly after this wall break. But it shouldn't matter because you've got a hard knockdown, safe jump, and just a frame trap to kill. But yeah, as you can see, the positive bonus timer ran out. So still would have had the bar, and it's still a very strong situation, but just something to keep in mind. Gets hit by the overhead. Some space pressure. UMISHO playing defensive as always. Nice throw. Yeah, that was some fake Anji pressure. Trying to skip the Fujin straight into the overhead. Tries to bait out something. I'm not even sure what they pressed. Yeah, so you can do jump forward, shot, and then do air backdash JS versus land 2k. But it looks like they tried to maybe anti-air and got shot by the gun instead. It's really nice to be able to shoot anti-airs, the anti-anti-air. Okay. Just take the guaranteed stuff, round start, or wall break. Yeah, just doing shot, curse, shot, focus. But since it didn't guard crush, yeah, so it misses the guard crush timing. So curse is still guaranteed, but the next shot isn't. So I was able to backdash. That doesn't really matter. Gets the wall break again, but like I said last time, positive bonus will not carry on for that much longer. But it doesn't matter. Just dash up, jump shot into high-low. But it doesn't even need to do the high-low. Round start 2s is really good. Managed to catch just the end of the spin. It's really nice. Now that curse is on. Yeah, so 2s curse. It's actually really unfortunate that Anji got hit there because tracking, the 5-8 shot tracking in the air is significantly worse than it is on the ground, and especially while moving. So that was just really unlucky for the Anji player. Ooh. Pull himself out of the corner. Really smart by UMISHO. There's two reasons to do this, right? So like you get hit, you get the hit. If they block it, you can go for the mix, right? You can go for roll through. But it's really common for people to try to burst you back into the corner. So if you get that roll off, you get bursted right back into mid screen, which is a significantly better situation. Yeah. Yeah, that was good recognition. It's hard to really time that right because charged Fujin or just spin, trying to catch the tail end of it is really risky. But 2p 6s to get the confirm and cancel the startup into super. Okay, goes for the safe jump and goes for the fuzzy. But it looks like they got hit by the gunshot. Yeah. Yeah, so I think technically they could switch from standing to crouching because of how late UMISHO did the gunshot hit. Yeah, but they were still standing and just got frame trapped. There was no counter hit, so I'm not sure if they tried to jump away or try to do like some option, but got hit, but doesn't confirm, which is really unfortunate. BRC neutral is extremely strong and can lead to really good counter hit combos. Round start, they both do 2S, but Happy Chaos is 11 frames where Anji's is 10, so Anji wins. It's a knockdown, tries to bait out like a throw by doing a FD break. Right. Yeah, dash up, FD break to crouch, and then does a delay button. Gets hit by the faster overhead. Delayed low. Huge bursting. Really committed. Big damage, wall break. This is probably going to be the end of the round. But can reset neutral, it might be different. That was really nice. Confirmed. So yeah, round start curse is pretty good unless Anji commits to like Fujin. But obviously committing to something like Fujin, there's a lot of counter pokes. But yeah, doing fast shot, or doing shot into fast get out of steady aim with 2-1-4-S into run up shots is really good for pretty much immediately winning neutral, and you can confirm with pretty much anything you want, right? So steady aim shot, 2-1-4-S, run up shot. You can, if you get close enough, you can do close slash and get a better combo. But here just does 6k into steady aim shot into get some resources back. Backdashes the meaty. Wake up BRC and ends the round. This round start, they're both playing pretty defensive, both backing away, which is good for a Happy Chaos. So is able to safely get out the curse and back away. Shot will now force them to either block or use the auto guard. But the strong thing is even if they auto guard the shot, Happy Chaos is still plus, right? It doesn't actually trap them into any animation, right? So is able to fast get out of steady aim into run up. Tries to shoot again, but it actually misses because of the auto guard. And then yeah, just goes for some pressure. There was no FD. Yeah. So blocks it. Since there was no FD, pulls out the gun to be plus. Dash up, shot into cross up, which I believe actually comboed, so it wasn't, just got hit. It is good. Oh, didn't recognize there were no bullets, but it is risky, but it is good to show that you are willing to mash on defense with Happy Chaos, because it is pretty tight timing to get the actual guard crush to be a frame trap. It's like a few frames link. So just showing that you're able to mash on it is good, but in this situation, UMISHO managed to get the timing right, and so is kind of exploding for it. But didn't recognize there were no bullets. Could have confirmed from 6S into super. But now has no bullets. Counter hit situation. Trapped in pressure. Gets hit low. Well, that's cool, confirm. Right in super into wall breaks. Really bad situation for UMISHO. Backdash forward BRC. It's pretty nice. That's really unfortunate that it got 2k 2D but didn't get the bullet back in time before the burst hit. So still at a resource loss. Overhead and it's over. And it is crazy that all of this happened because UMISHO did not realize they had no bullets and didn't wall break. I think the round could have easily been UMISHO's, but that's just how important resource management is. Round start a little bit more aggressive from UMISHO, but still pretty defensive. Dash block is still defensive, but at least moving forward, trying to gain some space. Dead Ranger trying to catch a rising button or trying to catch an up back, but UMISHO at this point hasn't really demonstrated that they're willing to commit to the airspace. So a bit of a read, but not anything crazy for either of them. Ooh, really good coat to catch the air approach. That probably should have been an anti-air gunshot, right? Curses on them, so was able to be shot here. But it looks like did 2-1 for S, maybe missed their gunshot input. Wow, dash blocks between Fujin and the over. It's forced to block, plus frames, gets thrown. Nice up back, because that was not enforced, right? Like that. I guess that's not real to 2S. But it's still in the corner, forced to block. Nice dash up poke. That is a major defensive thing that I've seen from UMISHO, is dash block button. Dash block slight delay button. And it seems to work very well. Really unfortunate. Right. So, just takes the knockdown with a steady aim and reload, run up close slash, goes for the mix, but just doesn't get the bullet. Bullet does not come out, gets mashed on and loses. Okay, round starts. This time UMISHO actually commits to an aggressive option of 5k and Dead Ranger commits to 2D. So they just go right past each other and decide to back off. Pretty committal 6H and gets punished pretty heavily. But instead of choosing to go for the wall break, decides to just take a safe jump. But decides to not even do the safe jump, right? So I guess after 2k 2D shot, you can do 6k, pull out the gun into IED. And then JS, it would probably be the go-to button. I think I was just trying to bait some mash options, or maybe a backdash, but lost their turn for it. Yeah, again, like before, you're in the corner, you get them, you know they have burst, it's really good to just try to roll yourself out of the corner. And since you can just roll through and combo and then wall splat them with either close slash 6k shot, or you can try to wall break, there's really no reason not to roll. Yeah, just getting high load and plus framed by Anchi. Oh, unfortunate, missed a meaty, but UMISHO did not capitalize on it, right? Yeah, missed 5H. Probably could have at least throw punished, maybe started pressure with a like 5P shot or 2P 2-3 success. Yeah, save for the YRC. Yeah, as long as they're not FDing, right? They were FDing before, but since 6S was not FD'd, you can roll through no problem. And then you have to choose whether you want to take the concentration or the bullets. I think if you're down to 1 bullet, I probably would take the bullets, but UMISHO decides to gamble it all on the roll. Just go for a meaty and then go for a mix. And I think tried to get close slash, but was actually too far away. Which would have that would have been the best case situation, right? Of getting knocked down, get your focus back, go for a one-shot mix, and then take a knockdown and then get like at least 2 or 3 bullets back. But it unfortunately was not in the range that they needed, so now they are at no bullets. But manages to confirm and air to air. Yeah, JP is really good for air to air. But managed to catch on the way down with JK. Yeah, so it takes a knockdown, reloads some bullets, gets their close slash backdashed, but 2-3 success to punish the mash option. And easy kill. Round start, dash block, delay button. UMISHO classic. Yeah, delay 2k. Again, Dead Ranger really committing to the airspace in these round starts. So maybe success would not be a bad option if in that next round start. Yeah, commits to 2D but gets spun on and punished. Put into the Oki, gets hit low, burst, yeah. Burst into steady aim is really good. There's pretty much nothing they can do about it. But if you don't have curse, or you won't have curse on them if you burst. And if you don't have focus, then you're going to run out of resources really fast. And depending on the character, they'll be able to get in on you pretty quick. Yeah, once this burst happens, full resources, which is great. And now it just gets curse on them, guaranteed, using up the shots and focus. But fortunately, hits Dead Ranger with the shot through one of the frame traps. And because of that, gets focus and gets to reload some bullets. And then because they have curse and the bullets and the focus, they can just do a shot, steady aim shot, guaranteed, fast 214S, run up shot into tap dust, low or roll. And if any of those hit, now you get a knockdown and you get more focus. So even though you're committing, you get to immediately run up and mix and then get more resources. But if you are wrong, then your resources are going to be looking pretty low. So it's a bit risky, but the return is really big. So it's definitely worth doing. Hits the backdash, really low on bullets, but decides to just commit to the Oki anyways. Instead of taking the knockdown here, right? Like here, could have just done, actually even here, you could have done ended with 236S and then reloaded some bullets and just gone back to neutral. But decides to push pressure a little bit more and go for ID to 2K. But now there are no bullets, but it doesn't even matter because it got them to the wall and have a super. Almost ends off the round, but now forcing them, this is pretty much guaranteed, right? Because the focus, you can still get one more shot off and then you can get super focus. Or not. Okay, here, a meter is almost enough to get you super focus, so you just need to kill a little bit of time to get it. Could probably do scapegoat. Scapegoat and then curse, and then at that point, your concentration will regenerate to get at least one steady aim shot off, and then you'll be at enough meter to then do super focus, and now you can pretty much zone them till they're dead. They can FD, but if you mix up your timings with the shots, you don't have to do guard crush loops because all that matters is getting that little bit of chip damage. But UMISHO here does steady aim shot, still has enough for like one more shot, but they FD'd the first one. Goes for a mix, but didn't have enough time to really enforce it, right? Yeah, didn't have enough concentration to do the extra bullet to really guarantee the high-low. And I don't even know if air backdash.js would have hit, but it probably would have. Gets mashed on potential wall break? No. Just takes the Oki, bursts the YRC, and BRC into throw. So yeah, I think there's a different route that UMISHO could have taken in that, but post wall break situations, UMISHO really likes to go into the aggressive mix-up situations, even if a zoning ending could work. There's just so many different ways that you can play out any situation with Happy Chaos, but it's really interesting to see how defensive UMISHO can play and how aggressive UMISHO can play. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.